coming from there, knowing this, that you have to create, not that you have to do it, there's no burden, but creation comes within, from within.
Agreed.
For example, a yoga, he is doing his yoga every day. It's not, somebody doesn't have to tell him that, force him to do yoga.
Yeah.
Like I do my breathing exercise, whatever, small example, without which I'm not awake. So even if I don't get sleep, I have to say 5 o'clock is my call time. I have to 3 hours I need. So that means 1 o'clock, and I'm going to bed only at 1 o'clock. I don't sleep that night.
Wow.
I do
Okay.
my yoga, and then I go to the work. And then come back whenever I get time, I sleep.
Wow.
So I compensate like that. But that 2 hours or 3 hours is must for me. ठीक है?
Discipline.
हाँ,
It is.
that discipline is required actually.
There are such instances. You were talking about creativity, and it is said, लोग बोलते हैं कि हर आर्टिस्ट पागल होता है. Have you ever had those पागल moments? Has anyone called you कि अरे यार ये क्या सोचता है, ये तो पागल है. ऐसे have you had
ये
those
तो,
पागल moments?
पागल इसलिए बोलते हैं कि कई लोग वो प्रिटेंड करते हैं कि यार बड़े बड़े लंबे बाल हो गए, दाढ़ी हो गए, इसको तो अब मतलब दांत साफ करने का भी टाइम नहीं है, ये तो खाली क्रिएटिव सोचता है. लेकिन क्रिएटिव दिखा क्या रहा है?
दिखा के.
A true creative person is always up and right. You look at Hussein, you look at Picasso,
Raza,
I
Satish
mean,
Guraj.
they are actually always active, physically active, and also producing.
Yes, sir.
So they are nerd, इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं. साइंटिस्ट
nerd.
इसलिए बोलते हैं because they are not much bothered about कि day to day खाना रख दिया, ठीक है, खा लेंगे, ठीक है. So it is, they are not very particular about things, particular about only their creativity. So whether a scientist or an artist or a musician, they actually all the time they want to think about their music, about their art, about their scientific
That's how the
innovation.
mind works.
Yeah. So mind cannot be both the places.
Yes.
A wife says, यार मेरे को ना एक ज्वेलरी ले लो, पैसा लेके ले आओ तुम. मेरे को मत बोलो कौन सा साड़ी अच्छा लग रहा है. I'm just giving you an offhand, this is what happens with scientist's wife and all that,
But have you had those पागल moments? किसी client ने at Ogilvy maybe or in advertising days आके बोला कि भाई क्या आकाश दास थोड़ा तो ठंडा हो जाओ.
तो हमेशा बोलते रहते हैं वो. हाँ, हमेशा बोलते रहते हैं ये तो पागल है. अगर इसको मतलब ये भी बोलते रहते हैं कि some models, very well known models, came to me first time shooting with me and said that I hear that you are a nerd and you lose your temper and all that. I said, look, I have never seen myself losing a temper like that on work, but whosoever tells, that's his perception. That's his problem, not my problem. He said, she says that, I'm working with you for so many years. Now I know that you are a totally different person what other people say.
Yeah.
So what people say, I don't care,
नहीं, इसी पागल ने, I want to tell the word, इसी पागल ने, what people used to call him, has made Maggi, has worked with Maruti, has also made Nestlé. I mean, today Nestlé is what, because of the advertisements or the statics that you see, and Maruti and Maggi as well. Yeah. So, I mean, how did that opportunity come in? Like, it was such, I'm sure it must have been such a big moment for you when Maggi approached you and such brands. How was that experience?
Actually, I was in Clarion and I was a very young, visualizer there. And the account internationally came to Clarion.
Okay.
And my immediate superior was Derek Fernandez Prabhu. He is no more.
Okay.
And he was a brilliant guy actually. So he trusted me quite a bit actually. And he taught me quite a bit in designing, how to simplify designs.
Okay.
So he's the one, it fell into his lap. He had many people to go to.
Wow.
Because in Clarion was full of creative guys.
Yeah.
But instead of that, he gave me the job.
Stumbled upon you. Wow.
He kept 2 jars. One jar had full of Maggi cubes.
Okay.
Nude, no cover.
Okay.
And also Maggi, what you call...
masala.
Not masala, the... what you call the noodle.
Noodles, okay.
In a jar.
Okay.
So they said, he said, we need cover for these. This 200 gram, this much, and this 1 cube each. You have to design the
packaging.
So I was lucky. I was very young at that time, so I got the opportunity. So I immediately overnight, I developed about 9 designs with
Wow.
my pencil and with a watercolor pencil. With
Yes,
that I
yes, yes.
designed. Next day morning he came and he said, he used to call me Oxy Baby. The Oxy Baby, you have done a good job. Now there's from this 9 you have to negate this 5. I'll take these 5 to the client.
Client.
Then the designs will go to Vivek, Switzerland.
Switzerland, yes.
So he asked me to develop those. Then I developed, presented to client in India, and then they selected 3, and those 3 went to Veve for approval actually. So that is how it fell, and I
Wow.
didn't think I've got a great job. This is
Yeah.
the job is given to me. I have to do it. I didn't think that I'm doing such a.
Yeah.
One day this will become very
It's
famous.
every kid's favorite,
Yeah,
sir. मतलब वो तो
yeah,
of
yeah.
course you've done a big job.
Yeah,
But
because
हाँ
I
उस
have,
time नहीं सोचा जाता.
apart from the this thing, the display.
Hmm.
After that, this whole scenario of display changed. The what you call those uh, shelves where Maggie
Merchandising
used to
and
be
sales, yeah,
merchandise used to be kept outside every. There are no posters needed. Only those
yeah.
merchandise.
Merchandise,
People
yeah.
suddenly. I was staying in
Started
Vasant
recognizing.
Vihar and I went to the market and I found that all 3-4 shops are looking only YOLO. So that look, my design everywhere. So it was like that. Then I felt very high.
Humble, yeah.
The whole world is looking at me, my job basically.
Wow. And the same thing happened with Nestle and Maruti is very similar things.
Yeah. And what you call, before that, I also done Gaylord. Gaylord was
Yeah,
qualities.
of course.
This thing, Gaylord, I launched because 2 brothers had some family problems.
Piff,
So,
yeah.
quality retained in Bombay and Gaylord came to Delhi.
Delhi.
And I launched that because again another agency that a lady had she asked me to, and she had many people in her office, creative directors and all those people. She called me to a home. She said, I'm giving to you guy I'm giving it
You,
to you
yeah.
because I don't others to do it, because I've seen you think differently. So
Wow.
you can only do it. I designed it, and I did a lot of doodling, drawing, and all that. And made out around the world Gaylord with Gaylord, and I did that, and it was like drawing was like not a very professional drawing, but that became a style. So I was doing that sitting on my bed. I took the work, came home, and I didn't have a table. So I was sitting on a bed, putting a plywood and all that. I was, because it's a full page
Full, yeah.
ad. So I was doodling and
Acha.
all that. I made
Okay.
everything. And on Sunday, this Saturday she briefed me. Sunday she took it to the client,
And
and
approved.
because they were in an urgency, and client approved it. Tuesday or Wednesday, the ad was out in newspaper. So my mother, I was sleeping around 7 o'clock or so. My mother said, "Get up, get up." I said, "What happened?" Said, "That day, sitting on this bed, you are actually
Designing.
drawing something, and that same thing has come up, because there were lot of cartoons type and Eiffel Tower and all over the world. I had put all those illustrations." Then I said, हाँ ये तो मैं हर रोज करता हूँ, like that. तो like that. So
नहीं बट उस टाइम सोचा भी नहीं जाता ना कि शिट आई एम वर्किंग फॉर अ मैगी और अ गैयोड और अ नेस्ले एंड दिस एंड दैट. वो जब आ जाता है काम एंड व्हेन इट बिकम्स
but there was a lot of politics. At that time also, like, people used to think why he's getting the best job, because he has to deliver overnight. Good job, deliver. And I didn't know I'm doing something great.
Yeah,
I think that is my natural self, so I has to do it like that. Later on, a lot of people told me I got a raise immediately after that. So
because of the
the
job.
managing director tells me that don't tell anyone that you have got 500 rupees raise. So
Wow.
why? Because my creative director so and so never got raised for last 3 years. So
Such
things like that.
experiences. So that, yeah, we were talking about Maruti and Maggie and Nestle. You were talking about politics.
Yeah.
So politics के बारे में थोड़ा बताओ ना कि क्या होता था. मतलब आई एम श्योर कि आपके साथ तो क्रिएटिव लोगों के साथ तो हमेशा पॉलिटिक्स होती है.
But actually मेरे को कभी bother नहीं किया इस चीज़, because I always felt that you have to be always above politics, so you keep on doing your work, and I am more of a karma yogi, so
Yeah.
I don't see the result. I actually do the best. If you give me a job, I'll try and do the best of my abilities. What people say, what people, lot of times it has happened actually, the big things also happened, like I don't want to
Name
get
anyone.
into the details, big guys in the industry have they done it. So I just